Let's get into the action here, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of Aurora versus Tundra. And let's see. It's just, I can't imagine one of these lineups just kind of taking over the game and winning it in sub 30 minutes. You know, I'm down to be surprised and proven wrong, but
same.
I think we've got something meaty here.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. It's also like these two teams, they know how to like stabilize the game, not let it go, you know, out of hand too far. You know, push the side lanes, get your items. You know, they've got the players who like their late games, who like their 4, 5, 6 slots. So yeah, I feel like we're in for a treat.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look here, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, no, excited to see, as I said, some Whitemon on the Oracle. You know, one of those supports that is not super hot with a lot of support players right now. But Tundra, Whitemon in particular, he's happy to just slap it out as the first pick, ready to make some clutch saves and, of course, enable his cause, Chrysalis and BZM in particular, that big old primal beast that's going to be looking to get in on the front of the team fight.
I'm also just a big fan of Oracle, like not just against the Batrider, which is what they opted for in this game, but just overall, it's so nice for a lot of mid heroes, of course, knowing where the next rune will be, which rune it will be for your mid heroes, another factor into the primal. Let's see the bounty runes here.
That should just be the 2 for 2. Actually, wait, Willow's in position. They're gonna be able to get 3 of them. Yeah, Saxa.
Saxa with a good steal.
Was able to sort of chill down there. Nobody was there to hold it, so Tundra will start with the 3 bounty runes.
Well, they gave up 1 rune to try a little play on 33 here, but looks like he had a good read. Not sure if he saw any of them or if Saxa spotted them, but nice discipline from him.
So BZM at the primal. I mean, so this sort of pick, what does it sort of do? Is it going to do anything necessarily from the laning stage, you know, already? Like, what can we expect from the primal coming in as the last pick?
So I would say laning-wise, he does beat the puck a little bit. First of all, you have higher base damage, and then anytime you like proc your uproar, you have even more. So he should do very well in the lane. Then later he knows where the active runes will be with the Oracle. And I do think they have the capability to like go bottom to the Darkseer. You get surged, you trample over the troll. So I honestly expect BZM to have a pretty strong and explosive early game.
And talking about the troll down bottom, Nightfall, with the backup of Bat, being played in by Panto. Is this a pretty chill lane for him, or is there going to be a point where 33 and Saxa can kind of threaten the troll?
It should be a chill lane for Nightfall, but honestly, Darkseer, Willow is not a lane you're allowed to underestimate. If you get brambled, he can vacuum into another one, you can be shelled up, and there can be a lot of pressure, but this should be an Aurora favorite lane. Very free Batrider lane as well.
And of course, then up on the top. As we saw in the stats before, you know, Chrysalis, he's been very much enjoying the Sven. This sort of top lane. Oh, see, bottom 33. They got him. Panto throws down the blood grenade, make sure they finish him off and get that first blood secured down here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I got to play Batrider in this lane, I would be pretty happy. You don't care too much. You can just keep sticking them. You hit them from range. Yeah, it's looking good to me.
Easy dodge of the brambles. And so up in the top lane is BZM.
Fairy Fire bottle.
Oh, he was so close, but Kiyotaka comes out on top, and of course will immediately throw out the tip to BZM.
I don't mind the play from BZM. He nearly had him, but both the Fairy Fire into the Phase Shift and then the perfect timing on the bottle for Kiyotaka Yaki, and he gets the kill.
Oh, very nicely played there from Kiyotaka. Kept his cool. Didn't panic. There was a chance to come out on top of that one.
It's kind of a big deal, because I definitely expect Primal Beast to beat Puck in the mid. Not very hard, but at least have an advantage.
Yeah, definitely it was a risky move. You know, one that BZM won't be doing again this lane. But felt, you know, and as you said, you can't sort of fault him for it. He was that close to getting it.
It's like some 10
See
HP
it again
difference.
here.
Yeah, that's 30 HP. Fairy Fire bottle comes out. Another time 8 HP, and then he gets the kill.
Yeah, I mean, it really was, as you said, that little sort of bottle charge. You know, just giving him just enough HP to withstand the final right click coming in from BZM. So well played there by Kiyotaka, despite BZM coming in with a great effort to take him down.
And yeah, the Crystallis Sven, of course, they also showed it with the graphic. He's been playing it, I think, at least 4 times, and he's looked very, very good on the Sven. Yeah, we have a
little bit of the old Carl, eh?
Yeah. Reason? I'm sure nobody felt it.
Oh, We lost them.
Some disconnecting. But yeah, the Crystallis Sven has looked very, very powerful. And yeah, just a very formidable player. I feel like Crystallis nearly always has a very good game. Even if the others struggle, he will look to bring it back within the mid-game. So yeah, very, very impressive hero-player combo.
Yeah, super tough for Aurora's offlane to get any kills up here right early on.
Yeah, I think it's hard. They would need to catch Whitemon out of position.
Yeah. And I feel like Whitemon doesn't normally get caught out of position.
No, this guy is also like... I mean, there's a reason this is one of the best teams in the world. They've got some very incredible players. But yeah, maybe if you get like level 3 on Mira, I mean, at least now they could look to threaten a little bit. But even if you go on Oracle, you've got the Warcry, you've got the stun. I mean, something that Mira could look for later is to rotate. Maybe with the coil, you can go mid, or even TP safe lane around like minute 5, it turns nighttime. You 3-man the Darkseer, then you double move your supports mid. It's a very natural move.
There we go, looks like things are sorted.
Well, Mira is pinging to attack the Dire top tier 1 tower. I can't tell if they're maybe getting into a double wave territory, or if it's just an absolutely random ping. Or what do they have planned? Let's try and find out.
Yeah, because it feels tough to, even if they do get the waves pressured in, to try and dive the Oracle. Mid continues to be very, very close here between the two of them. Top lane, Mira taking quite the punch here from Crystallis and Whitemon. Has got the stick charges. Final nuke not enough to finish him off, so Mira will be fine. Down bottom.
Whoa.
Panto. Taking quite a few tower hits for that effort to try and find 33. We'll see if they can get the vision for the Shadow Realm hit. They can't. But Panto should still be dead, I'd imagine. Maybe can deny the Ancients. He's going to try. But 33 with that Iron Shell damage. Make sure that the deny will not occur. Gets the kill.
It is a very big kill, because I have to point out, 33 he only has 8 CS. So getting to this Vanguard ever so quick, like ever so, I don't even know what the English way is of saying it, ever so quickly.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Because he really needs some gold injection, because he's hurting in this bottom lane.
What's the German equivalent? Super schnell.
Sehr schnell. Yeah.
Sehr schnell.
So schnell wie möglich.
As fast as possible. Yeah.
Oh, BZM, you
good? He ain't good.
He ain't good at all.
He's dead.
And something's happening.
Oh! He's dead. My goodness, it's kicking off on both lanes. See if they can get 33. Now he's going to opt for the TP out. We'll save him. Oh my goodness, yeah.
What's
both
Crystallis doing?
And look, up top. Where's he going?
He's dying.
That's not his side of the map.
He's dying.
He might be fine.
I think we've got an orb into foil maybe soon.
Can he play his way out of this?
Oh, he can't. He's really good if he gets out of it.
Oh, dude, he might get out of it.
No.
Oh,
no way.
Ah.
You hyped it up pretty well.
Yeah, you know, he nearly. Now, when that shard came in and he gets pushed over, it's like, whoa. But then again, it's it's a puck. Kiyotaka easily able to chase.
Let's see. Active Rune is coming up soon. I mean, Kiyotaka at least doesn't have mana.
Grab him.
Oh.
Bam.
He does.
Okay.
Lift in the wave.
Mira is here. He just kills him.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Mira's gonna be fine.
That's probably one of the funnier kills you're gonna have.
Just grabbed him and killed him.
Yeah.
And now Panto's dead.
Too.
It's kicking off.
This is great.
It's kicking off here in this early game.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Nice.
Everybody's just everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know who's. Let's kind of calm. Who's this benefiting?
I mean, this right now definitely Tundra. No,
Tundra?
like this weird ass double kill mid. Kiyotaka, he had an amazing first 6 minutes until he was like, I'm gonna go mid with no mana
and just gets grabbed.
and let myself get grabbed. Does TP bottom and find Saksa?
And BZM's here.
Uh-oh.
Grab him. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. Bramble's already been used though, so they have no follow-up route. But they will be able to make sure that the Dream Coil is not going to get anything done aggressively. Kiyotaka's kind of like, he's like, where do I go now? We'll get a courier.
Kill some couriers, use some orbs again. He wants to go back to mid or not really?
Well, I think he does, but Saxon's not letting him.
New orb. Seems like he eventually will make it back to the mid lane. This is so strange. 3-3 has 14 CS at minute 7, but a fully completed Vanguard.
What's up?
Uh-oh.
They're trying to get Crystallis. They're going to get him hit. Cannot be bailed out quite yet by a Whitemon. 3 heroes will do the job.
He did probably get skewered back. I will say that Sven overall does care about some of these heroes. Like Bad Rider overall, at least in the early game, very annoying. You get stickied up or even lassoed later. The skewer out of position. So they do have tools to deal with him in this game.
We'll see around the mid.
Well, active rune is coming up in 15, and Tundra know exactly where it will be and
we
which one it will be.
Expect to see some numbers turn up here.
Oh, we hear Grabby.
He's going to be fine. Still taking a lot of damage from this. They've dropped the Dream Coil.
Oh, he broke it.
But BZM's got backup. Whitemon's in. It's able to keep BZM safe. Kiotax is going to try and push forward, but BZM's fine. Panto dies underneath the tower. They're going in with a snowball on towards Whitemon, but he's got the stick charges. Saxa and BZM, can they get back in to help out? BZM's still a little too low. He's going to head down bottom, gets himself the rune. Arcane
Toronto's
rune
here.
ready to go. BZM's going to consider maybe going back in on this. Does BZM want to save Saxa, or is he just going to let him die?
Let's find out.
He's going to come in now, but Saxa's already dead. So didn't feel that he could get back in on the 3 of them in time to help out, despite having the Arcane rune.
Oh, they have
Oh!
Swinging a miss. Oh, the grabby.
They grab. He's got him, but the skewer's there to stop it.
Oh, Whitemon's back for round 2.
He's going to try and get the control on towards Kiotax. He's dead. And BZM will live. There's still 3 heroes mid trying to kill Whitemon. That's not going to work. That RP, though, unfortunate.
That was very close.
It must have been on right on the edge.
Yep, that was
right on the edge.
Maybe 10 range.
We'll get a replay of that one.
We absolutely will. As Whitemon goes for the smoke up. I mean, 3-3, he's just chilling down bottom. He's got the Vanguard now, so can't really be touched too much by Nightfall anymore.
How's he doing? Yeah, he's got the cornucopia.
This is a strong Primal Beast if he gets on top of you. He gets shelled up, he gets surged.
Oh, Nightfall.
Night Daddy.
See what they can get out of him. And he's going to pop the ult, but that's all part of Tundra's plan. They wanted him to pop that, waste the cooldown, because they're going to kill him anyway.
Yep, see ya. Very nice move. I mean, this is one of the best moves you can make as a Primal. Eventually, you go into the enemy safe lane, you help out your offlaner. This is great.
Again, some good damage onto the tower, though. Top Toronto, Tokyo. Half the way towards the Blink Dagger. Catch it on the replay. Look at that. See again how close he was to getting this RP. As Whitemon turning up, of course, just in time to keep BZM safe.
Yeah, this initial dive even was already crazy. Bad Rider diving into an Oracle into the tower.
And then here, we'll see back in action.
He dayed. He very dayed. Didn't even need the coil, nor the lasso. So just a couple of flame breaks, chuck him back into us. They get the kill. Looks like Tundra were able to hold their safe lane tier 1 tower though, which is pretty big for them.
Radiant are scanning.
A close game, really. I mean, who is suffering the most out of this? Because both carries are doing fine.
Everyone is kind of, I feel like
even with that death down bottom, you know, Nightfall's not that, you know, it's not that bad.
It's like the kind of game where everyone is pretty content with what's going on. Like everyone has what they need in order to play. So we'll just continue to see more fighting and more brawling, because really, why not? There's a 2-man smoke, so it looks like they want to fortify Toronto up here, maybe help him take down this tier 1 tower. Panto is coming as well.
We'll see how much they want to dive here if they find themselves a target. Mira. He's going to get eyes on Crystallis. I know there's rough whereabouts. Crystallis in trouble. Is there going to be any backup TPing over for him? There is from Saxa, but it's not going to get her in time, surely. Crystallis will indeed fall. Saxa not able to save him despite the fear coming in. It's going to look to Mira. BZM will be able to just completely run over the Tusk. Turns his attention over towards Panto. Can they close the gap? They can't. He's a bit too speedy. He's out with the Firefly.
Well, 1-for-1 trade. Very good for Aurora. I mean, if you're Tundra, the best counterplay was probably if Whitemon TPs first. But maybe they were like, let's just, you know, ditch him. Let's get our stuff done mid and bottom. But overall, good move from Aurora. That puts Crystallis on the bottom of the core net worth, at least. Not by a lot, but does matter.
So the 6 now, Whitemon bottom lane. Looking for 33 again. He's going to drop the wall. Back him onto the 3 of them. But he's still very dead in the RP. Actually catches BZM as well. BZM, though, still able to turn and get the grab on Toronto Tokyo. Toronto Tokyo caught by the root. Good angle there from BZM as he goes crashing back over towards Mira. Mira will manage to snowball up to the high ground. And Key Attacker and Nightfall, they're considering maybe getting back in on this. It's a bit too tough. BZM pretty much full HP. He is a tough target to kill. Just have to be the 1-for-1 there between the 2 offlaners.
That was a very, very fortunate vacuum by 3-3. I'm pretty sure he cancelled the skewer when Toronto blinked in. Otherwise, pretty sure he just dies for free there. But at the end of it all, 1-for-1 trade.
Timing's going to be there, though. Here for Nightfall, 13 minutes in. He's got the full Battle Fury on the way out. So good, solid timing. He's going to get dove. See if there's going to be any saving. Nightfall, there's not. BZM absolutely just rolling over them. Just beautiful control here between his onslaughts and pulverizes. This primal beast. It's doing quite a number here against Aurora.
Did get his blink cancelled. Here's the surge. Blink in 2.
He's still going to be able to close in on him, Panto. He's going to try and flame break him back, but yeah, BZM closing the gap on the bat. The miss. Panto's going to live.
The good old Sister Shroud. Don't we all love it? Dumbass item.
BZM, he's going back over. He might actually just get the chance for Key Attacker instead. The orb's already been used. I mean, sure, he didn't kill the bat, but he just backs off and says, well, you know what? I've still got a pulverize ready to use. I'll kill the puck instead.
Nah, BZM is absolutely owning, and this is why item decisions matter so much. He initially had a Blade Mail queued up. Without this blink, none of these plays are happening. The troll wouldn't die bottom, and nor would have the puck died here.
Yeah, no, the blink is just way better this game, especially just. You know, you get the Blade Mail to sort of turn them off from hitting you, but as we're seeing at the moment, Aurora don't really want to hit him because they just kind of feel they don't have the damage to kill him.
They really can't. Like,
so he's going to live anyway in these situations, BZM. It's just all about getting in position, and his positioning has been perfect.
Yeah, like if you turn on him, there's a Darksteel Vac Wall, there's a Terrorize, and an Oracle saving him.
Yeah, it just never feels good to go on the Primal anyway.
Well, at least with that, Aurora still, the game is about even. Tundra did just get a very slight gold lead.
I've got the blink ready to go here on Toronto Tokyo. Could be fishing for a big RP down bottom.
Good read by Tundra to back off here, at least for now, or to wait for reinforcements. Because Aurora are not showing a single hero on the map.
I'll see Key Attacker now. Sacks are going to scout out the situation. Toronto Tokyo wants to look for that big RP. Sax will get the fear on the 3 of them.
Terrorize. Good wall.
Sax is going to get healed up as well by Whitemon. There's the jump. They'll get the kill on a Saxa. Snowball over towards 33. They'll drop the coil down onto him as well. He's close to tier 1 and still has backup, so still a bit hard for Aurora to dive on. BZM's ready at the side. Panto's on top of him. No, still BZM's able to blink away. Panto not quite able to get any damage onto the Primal Beast before he could jump out.
Well, Tundra aren't too interested in a fight, as Crystallis is still up top. God Strength is not available for him.
And they'll be happy with this Aurora. They don't get big kills, they just get Saxa, but they do get the tower. Free up the space continuously here for Nightfall.
Yep.
He does, pretty much keep on level with that at the farm of Crystallis. Continues to be an incredibly close game here to start this day.
You get some map control. You still keep your ults available on both your playmakers with Toronto, Tokyo, and Panto on the Bat and the Magnus.
Just looking for the BKB next, Toronto Tokyo. Wants to make sure he can go for these blink-in skewer backs without any interruption from vacuums and brambles and roots. Hit the scan down bottom. BZM and Whitemon. We're heading in the direction to try and hunt down Nightfall.
Well, he's got to be careful.
Might settle for Panto instead. They don't quite catch the trail of Nightfall, but Panto, of course, cutting these waves is a little clearer where he stands.
He's very quick, and he's got the blink also. Even if they break, he's got this high ground ward to protect him. It's hard for BZM to grab him here. Oh my!
He's still going to get him. Gets in on top of him, and yeah, I guess Panto weren't ready to blink out as he saw him coming around the corner.
I mean, you don't really expect BZM to break his smoke and then blink straight on top of him.
Check this man out. Considering how BZM's playing so far, I feel like you have to.
Yeah, that's true.
Like BZM, he will find you.
He absolutely will. Goes up top, gonna push out that wave for now. They have a fully completed Yules as well on Saxa. I mean, the game is still very even. But if I think of like maybe how the next team fights start out, Tundra have so much counter engage when you like go in with this lasso RP. I'm a little worried for how the next fight starts here for Aurora.
Yeah, I think we're definitely sort of seeing that. See it. BZM.
Quick Yules.
They got the RP. It's on a BZM. Immediately, False Promise comes out. Lasso's there to lock down Whitemon. They drag him back. They've killed off the 2 supports. Crystallis, though, turns up in return. He'll be able to cut down both Key Attacker and Mira. And Toronto Tokyo stuck up on the high ground. Gets taken out as well by BZM. So Tundra, the trade is theirs. Crystallis, of course, turning up clutch, making sure that he doesn't miss out on the team fight this time.
Oh yeah, I mean, the tier 1 mid paying off very, very big here for Tundra. You can just instantly reinforce. That's a 2-for-3 trade. You only lost your subs, and you might just get the tier 1 mid of the enemy team.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A full pipe online for the next team fight as well. It's going to definitely cause issues for Aurora's damage. Now we'll catch that again. So as we had at the start, both teams very much interested in trying to get something done. Now, it was a solid effort from Toronto Tokyo, wanting to sort of make sure the key attacker didn't get immediately pulverized. So did drop the RP just onto the primal. Didn't matter though. Tundra still able to overwhelm the fight with Crystallis turning up. And BZM, again, just being pretty much an impossible target to kill. Yeah. Especially with this Whitemon Oracle backup.
Yeah, his game is so good. He's closing in on a BKB. He only needs 1,000 gold.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's making this Primal Beast last pick look fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it was exactly what the lineup needed.
Halberd pipe. They won't even dare. Aurora should be making the call to wait for this double BKB on Toronto, Tokyo, and Nightfall here before they look for the next fight. Because, yeah, Tundra, they are so strong. There's Pipe, you've got Oracle Heals, you've got the level 4 Warcry as well on Sven. Saxa looking with the Yules.
Oh, he's got the setup. The route into the Pulverize. Is there any save for the puck? There is not. The two of them gone, Kiyotaka and Panto, and that's...
Oh, wall hit.
I mean, this is sort of the timing. Mira is trying to get this Blink Dagger, because once the Blink's there, that's sort of the save that they need on Aurora's lineup. Until that's there, it's just pretty much impossible to stop Tundra getting their hands on someone with BZM going in with the Pulverize.
Yeah, Aurora need to be the one starting, but even then, it needs to happen in like a very nice way. You need to lasso, drag someone in, obscure, Mr. Nightfall, you're in trouble.
This is a little risky.
Just kidding.
It should be fine.
Just kidding. Just some fake hype.
BZM. Oh, now he goes. But yeah, Mira's got the blink. So save potential is now there, which is absolutely crucial for these cores of Aurora with the way they're being grabbed by BZM in these fights.
That's a 5k lead. Shard for Mr. Whitemon as well. Very strong one. Oh, Saxa with another catch.
Finding the ult setup. Toronto Tokyo. And he's going to be fine. Lasso. Panto able to keep him covered by coming in with a blink lasso onto Saxa. And Toronto Tokyo is able to keep his cool. Is not forced to pop the BKB there. Well, I still look to go again. I mean, BZM's pushing up.
Well, much needed kill for Aurora. They did also get to cleanse the ward that Tundra had in their area. I mean, Roshan should be what's on the mind of both teams coming up.
Yeah, I think, for Aurora, if they get a kill, they'll go straight into the rush.
So the lasso's not available, but of course they do have the RP. They're hoping to find 3-3 up top, but he's
yeah, TP's out. Ready to join the rest of them. Knows that something a little bit fishy's going on the map.
Well, they thought that there's some Roche action potentially happening.
Now, Aurora, I will not find anything but the smoke.
There's also something else that's cool with Oracle and Primal Beast. Like, Primal Beast is a very good hero at using runes. Shield rune, haste rune, amplify. Even now he got the arcane. And they always know where it's going to be and which one it's going to be. Like, BZM's game, I don't think it's going to stop being this good anytime soon.
They're going to come in for the Roche themselves here with the God Strength. And Aurora not anywhere close enough to be able to have some sort of say about this. They'll start sweeping over towards the mid. Isn't the quickest of Roshans, but they're getting away with it. It's more than enough space. They can do it very safely with the amount of tankiness they have. So Chrysalis, they'll have that Aegis ready to go for the next fight.
It is quite hard to get through these cores now if you're Aurora. All of the cores are incredibly tanky and they have an Oracle behind, which means if you're Aurora, you need to either get the cores out of position or go around and kill the subs first. This could be unexpected. Even with the God Strength of cooldown, they're looking to get a grab on this mid wave.
Yeah, Aurora just know that any sort of fight they try and enter into right now whilst the Aegis is there on Chrysalis is probably not going to be a good one. Need to get the next set of items done. The Aghanim's very close for Nightfall. Tundra on the hunt themselves at BZM. Seeing if he catches anyone out here.
Not this time, perhaps.
Close. Ooh.
Close one. Panto has done a very good job when it comes to the map. Sure, he was caught earlier once by BZM, but the Bad Rider, he now has Blink and Force, and they really need these items. Quick on the Yules again.
He's going to go with the Dream Car, but Chrysalis is in! Oh, Mira will get the kill done, but he could be in trouble himself as well. He's going to try for the TP out, and they can stop that easily. It's going to be a couple of kills for Chrysalis to pick up. I mean, they really wanted that Dark Willow dead. They get the kill, but...
Why I out from
shift? Let's check the replay. Get it up. He shifted. He was in like the brambles, which he didn't get caught by. But then the bramble did disappear, I noticed, under him. We'll be able to check the replay.
Yep, we're going to have to.
We'll have to check the
ref. I
don't think I saw anything weird happen. But we'll have a look.
Yeah, I'm going to call out player coping
Kitaker asked, you know, we're here to check.
Absolutely.
We're here to check for any glitches or,
Who are we
bugs.
To judge?
We're the bug checkers here live. I know, he phase shifted, right? And
it was a pretty short phase shift.
Oh, okay, the second one when he was fighting.
The second one looked...
Let's have a look. So it wasn't this phase shift that he's on about. This one was fine.
Yep.
It's on about the one that happens up here. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. I feel like...
Phase shift... Oh.
I mean, brother, you're dead. He thought... I don't know, isn't that just a misclick?
I think it's just a misclick.
So his orb was still out. He could have maybe orbed to it, I believe, because everything else is on cooldown. There's no blink, nothing.
Yeah, it's got to be a user error.
Yeah.
Well, it's user error on that one, I think. Yeah, he just... Because he came out and immediately attacked.
Now it worked.
I don't know.
So I think we're fine. This one worked.
Yeah, check his keyboard. Get him a new keyboard. Maybe something's wrong with that.
Because Aurora, they were doing really well in stabilizing the game. They brought it from a 5k to a 1k. Now it bounced back a little bit. I mean, they're still getting lots and lots of items. But I still, like, Nightfall needs like another 1 or 2 rounds before he can really cut through these dire heroes. Well, lots of Lincoln Spheres coming out for both Kiyotaki and Toronto Tokyo.
And I'm making sure not to fall too far behind in gold here, Aurora. Again, able to avoid sort of Tundra coming up here.
was kind of funny. Saxa was scared. He went through the gate and instantly ulted himself just in case they were there. I respect it. Let's see. 33 looking to build into a scythe.
Almira. Saxa could go for the setup. Yeah, he's going to try. Yule's into Brambles. Chrysalis brings in the damage. Mira will get the punch up in a snowball. Blink is on cooldown though, so no chance for the blink out.
Yeah, Beyond Godlike on the Primal. Shield Rune available. BKB available. Trying to catch on Kiyotaka again. Still be fine. Wouldn't mind if Tundra pick up a gem soon on one of the heroes. They've got pretty much the full map control, and Aurora just trying to dodge them.
Must be nice as well. They could get the haste rune here. So shield rune up and haste rune ready to pop on BZM. Maybe Aurora will feel fine to look for a fight though now that the Aegis has expired. They're coming in with the smoke.
Tundra did spot Kiyotaka on this ward here earlier.
Oh! Gets the phase shift off, and he's able to blink away. Still though, they're closing in onto him. The Linkers will be popped. They get the lasso straight in. There's the skewer back. Pushes BZM out to the side. Nightfall, he's in on top of Chrysalis, beaten down on the Sven. Nightfall destroys him. He's ready to turn over towards Whitemon as well. They'll get the two of them. Nightfall finds the perfect spot to be right on top of the Sven, and they're not done yet, Aurora. See if they can get something else here as they surround Saxa. And they will. By some times here with the Yules, but Nightfall gets him on the way back down. Perfect time for them to sort of gear up, go for the fight. They know the Aegis has expired. They go for this play, get Nightfall involved. And obviously, as we're seeing, you get this troll on top of the Sven without any interruptions. The troll will destroy the Sven.
I mean, it was the perfect catch. You have both your Bat and the Magnus in front. You get the Oracle first. And not just that, you get to troll on top of Sven, and his Warcry was on cooldown. He must have used it to get to the fight more, like, just faster, but that kind of bit him in the ass. Just perma-rooted. I mean, that is the reason why this matchup is so good for the troll.
And we'll see this again. Sort of the start of it. Tundra obviously felt that there was a chance to try and get Kiyotaka, having to reach forward pretty far for it. Back in action as having to go for the BKB and run away. Kiyotaka's able to force that out of him.
It's not a big win. That's 90 seconds on the board, where Tundra have to play a little cautious.
And they could just start moving around the map, maybe start pressuring further objectives now that Nightfall's in the spot that he is. Feeling very strong as the troll, top of the net worth. And Tundra, they absolutely have to find a way to lock the troll down in the team fight, or at least have options saved to be able to separate Chrysalis from the troll if Nightfall gets on top of it.
The Lincoln Spheres are really paying off. If you're Tundra, it's quite hard to initiate now. Your Sven can't go blink stun. BZM can't go blink and grab them either. They're gonna have to find a way to really cut through those. I mean, even 3-3's Scythe of Ice, it's gonna get blocked by the Lincoln Spheres. Someone's gonna have to break it.
Now taking the towers here without much sort of response from Tundra. They finish off the tier 2 mid, Aurora, putting a lot of pressure as well onto the tier 2 bottom. Tundra in response, not really having much to say. They're going to look to try and just take the Tormentor, potentially here with the three of them, but Aurora, they're keeping track of the timings. They're making their way over. So Tundra, they've got to consider the fight first. They'll make the jump onto Mira. Mira, though, will get the Gale Guard off. Finally, they'll drop the Pulverize onto him. The RP comes in from Toronto Tokyo. Nightfall, he's in position straight at the front of the fight. He's on to BZM. The false promise is there, protecting BZM for now. But BZM's going to take a fair bit of damage after that. Not enough to kill him, though. BZM will live for now. Kiyotaka's going to chase him down, finishes him off. Kiyotaka gets the job done. Crystal is trying to head over towards the bat, but he's getting kited, knocked back by the Flame Break, and Nightfall is ready to close in again. Onto Whitemon, onto Crystalis. This is going to be a cleanup from Aurora almost, as 33 and Saxa have to split. Mira, maybe seeing if he can grab one of the two of them on as low HP as he is. Will die for this. May have brought enough chance for them to get in with the gap closed. No, nothing to stop that TP. So Saxa gets out of there. Still, these team fights from Aurora just looking to be that much more simple. The Troll in particular particular. I mean, how do they deal with Nightfall? They're struggling.
Nightfall is absolutely going ham in these
He
fights.
is. He can just run around them freely, take down whoever he wishes. Even with sort of all the heals and the false promise pumped onto BZM, we saw how much damage he took as soon as that false promise ended. Kiataka able to finish the job. It's getting harder and harder for Tundra to deal with this.
I mean, even here, like, Mir just goes, he beelines straight in and doesn't even die of this.
It was a good start to the fight from Mira. Just completely sort of grabs their attention. You get this beautiful two-man RP coming in. Whitemon does what he can, throwing the saves out into BZM. And at the same time, a big distraction really from Panto, kind of dragging them off to the side. Back in action, Tundra. They're looking towards Kiataka. Kiataka actually jumps back in, does get caught by the Brambles. It's going to have TP backup coming in from Mira. Mira able to slide in, get the punch up onto 33. They have to use the false promise on the Darkseer to try and save him. But the stun's there, into the axes. 33's in trouble. As Chrysalis loses his courier, Saxa goes down, the lasso's there, locking down 33. Aurora, they are zooming ahead now.
Oh, they're destroying them right now. I mean, even if you do save people now with the false promise, it doesn't matter that much. They
still die.
Yeah, the troll Ags, you just keep dispelling the heal, even if they get surged, doesn't matter, it gets dispelled as well.
Yeah, the troll is looking fantastic here this game. As you know, as I said, when you sort of saw the draft, you know, they knew that this Sven was coming. They clearly turned up today, Aurora, with a strategy against it. And this sort of troll Magnus kind of core of the lineup is feeling fantastic.
Another teamfight win into the mid-racks.
Maybe more.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if it ever starts feeling a bit spicy, you just back off, you try to force the Roche. But for now, this just looks very free.
Still 20 seconds or so without 33.
Yeah, that's just a double racks.
Oh, they got the fortification.
That's coiled.
CPZM charge forward towards the mid. They have now got the Daedalus on Chrysalis, so he's got decent damage, but still the troll remains a huge issue. Saxa will live here thanks to the heals being pumped out by Whitemon. BZM tries to step forward. And the melee racks are already gone. Chrysalis reaches in with a stun, but the 4 stars there from Panto to get Aurora Nightfall back out of this. The rest of Aurora on the retreat. I mean, maybe considering going back in, though. Nightfall still feels strong. He's going to look over towards them. They get the grab. The lasso's there. Vacuum wall drop down onto the 3 of them. But Nightfall, he's ready to keep standing his ground. Turns to Chrysalis, gets on top of the Sven, ready to go with the battle.
No way.
The RP on about Chrysalis and BZM locks them down. BZM to full. Chrysalis is going to pop at the end of this false promise with how much damage is taken for sure from Nightfall. Triple kill for the troll. Tundra getting cleaned up once again. Ultra kill. Give him the rampage. Come on. Nobody grief him.
No.
Kiataka. What was that?
That was his Parasma.
GG's cool. The game's over.
All right. I mean, Aurora really zoomed through this game very quickly.
They're like, right, now we win.
Yeah, they were down, what, like couple K gold, 1-2 fights? See you later, 20K gold lead into the GG. Yeah, this troll really looked good towards the later stage of the game.
They played it really well in the sense that his game... Thank you very much, GVS. Game 2 time, ladies and gentlemen, between Tundra and Aurora. And indeed, the Sven coming through again. This time, a little bit of a different stage in the draft. Comes through as the last pick, which I guess sort of begs the question. You know, do you think Aurora was sort of set up for this anyway? They have a draft that's not, you know, not too afraid of the Sven? Or do you think the Sven coming in at the end of it all actually has thrown a bit of a spanner into the works?
I think they're maybe a little more afraid than last game, because in the last one, they had all the answers you could probably craft in like a test lobby. But this time around, they still have the Enigma, which of course was the last pick for Toronto Tokyo. It is a very, very good Enigma game. Let's see if we have a little pressure or fight coming out here. Nope, not really. So I do like both drafts. For me, what matters a lot is what the 2 supports can get done for Aurora in the early game, because they can be very, very explosive. If they can shut down BZM, that'd be very good for them, or for them to help Toronto Tokyo's game. Otherwise, I still really like what Tundra have going for themselves.
Okay. Because one of the things you were sort of mentioning as well was, you know, obviously having 33 on the Darkseer, they still decide to run the carry Abaddon into that lane, but this is a lane that's not too fun for an Abaddon.
It's not the best carry Abaddon game. Like, the SD can make illusions of you, you've got the Darkseer against you too, so you're gonna give away the Radiance, also your passive on those illusions is very nasty. But of course, sometimes you make switch-ups, you allow Toronto Tokyo to get this 24 pick Enigma, so you take an L on the carry, but you give it to him, so it's just a bit of offset of who needs to do what in the game.
Let's see what we get from the mid. Obviously, last game, BZM. The early game was, and the mid game, you know, played pretty much perfectly with the aggression. This time, you know, once again, Kiataka getting the puck, BZM switching it up with the SF. Do you expect big stuff from him this game? Is it easy for the SF to pop off? Or?
Oh yeah, BZM, he should be having a very good time. SF does win this matchup, but that's why I'm really looking at the supports. What can Panto get done on the edge? It's a hero we don't see too often. Some people still try it. Hasn't looked too hot.
Definitely one of those mid matchups where we may get some solo kills going down. These two overstep their mark.
We did see this combo the other day, did we not? The Shadow Demon, Shadow Fiend. I believe maybe it was Liquid with Nisha.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, the bang of an SF game.
So certainly did.
Let's see if they can do something similar. Good deny by Kiyotaka.
They're very close so far on the mid lane. Obviously, once that level 3's there, we'll start to see if a bit of difference comes out.
Yeah.
If BZM's able to land those raises.
Looks like Mira might want to try and pull the wave. Maybe not. He probably has to give it up. I think Shaman is a little too strong here for you.
On top lane. Well, so far, Nightfall still able to get quite a few denies in against these two. Sax are trying to run down Panto a bit, but they're going to bring in the micro to maybe sort of block Saxa off. Saxa's going to try and stand his ground. The shield comes out onto Panto. Saxa's in trouble.
He's dead.
First blood for Panto. Tried to get aggressive onto Panto, but didn't really account for the shield coming out there from Nightfall.
I mean, it is a very annoying lane. Like, these core Abaddons, when they're played with aggressive ranged supports, you're just so strong. He just pops the shield on you. It's not easy for Tundra to fight into this.
Yeah, very difficult for them to win those sort of trades at the moment. Mid starting to see a BZM begin to creep ahead on the last hits and denies as expected. See how much of a gap he can create between them.
I mean, both are fairly happy so far. Let's see about the 4-minute water rune also.
Bottom lane. 10 and 5 at the moment on Toronto Tokyo, 16 and 4 on Chrysalis, so no signs of Chrysalis being pressured or slowed down at all.
So far, he's still doing very well. Could change with the more levels we get in the Eidolons here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Sax up. This is going to start grabbing the creep waves. So they can sort of mess with the top lane. 33 taking a lot of damage from Nightfall as he's been left the 1v1. Does have the salve at the ready. And we'll be able to make it meet.
This could be troublesome for BZM also in mid. He's been taking a lot of pressure from Kiyotaka. Panto is on the top rune.
Now BZM. This sort of, you know, this is going to be a good bit of time that he's just sort of bullied out of the lane.
He probably has to, he just has to go back to base. Whereas Kiyotaka, he gets a double refill. He can abuse his innate on the tower while BZM is gone, so...
That's pretty annoying.
That's a big deal.
Very good stuff there. Coming out from Panto and the Enchantress. Heading back up top. Comes in with a clap onto 33. Bringing him down pretty low. I mean, again, sort of securing both this top situation and helping out in the mid. Some good early stuff here from the Enchantress. Bottom lane. Charm with the jump, and they've got the Eidolons out. It's a lot of damage coming in. And they really want to try and push for this kill, but can't quite finish the job.
Oh, the bottom lane, it's starting. The impending doom of this Marcy Enigma lane versus a lane that is not too well equipped against the Enigma.
I saw that on the first round, they're both being bullied out. Whitemont could be in trouble. The blood grenade comes in. Gonna get that last hit in. He's speedy.
He got it.
Mira is able to catch up to him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Still close early game on the numbers. Well, there's a couple of kills going the way of Aurora already. Kiyotaka close to having the 6.
Dire's top
At least you do still have every core who's very happy in this game. Crystallis as well. Has not been kicked out of the bottom lane or anything of the sorts. They do have a pull cam to deal with as well.
Because if they both sort of get left down here, who's happier out of the two cores? Like if it sort of gets left in this 1v1 between the Sven and the Enigma.
Probably the Enigma.
BZM gets his rune and gets a kill on top of it. So haste rune in the bottom now for BZM.
It's a very needed return, of course, with when we think about what happened earlier. I mean, 3-3 to 1 struggling, but of course he's no stranger. Just gets himself some recovery, also has a stacked medium camp.
He's giving this free farm to Nightfall though. He's feeling very chill up on this top lane.
I like this move by Aurora. They TP'd Mira up to the top lane also, but in the meantime Tundra looking for a turn play.
And Whitemon, maybe see if we get the setup. He's not going to be able to do so. Saxa on the run. See if Mira could chase this down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He does have 33 around, just TP back over to tower if he wants to head over and help out, but he might just let Saxa go. He's not going to step up and do anything about this one, so Nightfall gets a free kill.
Radiant's top tower.
Tundra are pretty happy with this because there was a full siege wave with an Eng creep. Like, I believe Aurora could have pressured the tower a lot or maybe threatened the Wisdom Shrine. So very, honestly, quite a worthy death here from Saxa.
Over in the mid.
They're looking for disruption.
They've got the setup. Here's the combo. Oh, but there's the phase shift. You got to get that timing pretty much perfect if you want to try and do it against a puck. Because when the phase shifts up, he's out.
They're going to land that one better next time around. Because that was, yeah, they left some time in between. So, of course, Kiyotake, he will be fine. Still a good try. This should be, no, just dewarding around mid.
Because I guess what in terms of timing, what that was the Requiem coming a little too late, right?
Yeah, like
you've got to do it early, so as soon as he comes out, the disruption, the souls are like already on the way out.
You don't even need to do it like perfectly. You can like even blast it a bit too early.
It's got to be earlier.
Exactly. Well, it means they did lose their bot tower. Looks like Nightfall is also coming to the 8-minute active rune fight here. I mean, this is one thing that, this is Aurora early game is explosive.
Yeah, I mean, Nightfall ready to make these sort of moves, just heading over from top lane, just in case anything was going down. That wasn't going to be the case here. They don't quite have the Dream Coil on Kiyotaka. Got the Shackle on Panto.
Okay.
He's got the heals. There's a lot of burst, but not enough. Panto's fine.
Well, they do get to defend their tower this time around, but I'm just looking ahead. The Enigma, Toronto Togi, he pushes through bottom, takes over the jungle, pops into mid with his drums, Eidolons. That could be a hard defense for Tundra. Let's see. Whitemon fortifying their own jungle. Very nice move. Just making sure there's nothing around in terms of vision from the Aurora side.
Next, they do need space to farm Tundra. And when you have this sort of Sven's, Shadow Fiend, Darkseer, they want to be eating up the map, eating up the neutral creeps. So if they start to lose areas, it's going to be tough for them to all keep up.
Well, Tundra were one step ahead as in the bottom lane. They did block this hard camp, knowing that the tier 1 would fall, because Mira just tried to also pull it back, so he made sure to deward that, because this camp, you need to make it spawn. Because all these carries, they lose their tier 1, then they just farm the bottom jungle, they wait for the waves to come in. You need to stop them from doing this. So both teams, of course, knowing the ins and outs of what needs to happen. Well, active rune again.
Yeah, bringing in that heavy pressure around the mid. Saxa will set up with the Iron Shells to allow that Ancient stack to be an amount of HP that's super easy for BZM to finish off.
Yeah.
As he, of course, tries to get his way towards that Yule Scepter. See mid. Rune's going to be there. Panto does have to pick it up as Whitemon steps up. Whitemon might lose his life, though, for that one.
He absolutely will.
So, was able to stop Kiyotaka from getting the rune for himself, but does cost him his life. Dream Coil's now there. Kiyotaka's going to look for more. The coil setup on towards Saxa. BZM ready to throw in some raises from the side. Saxa, can he escape? He can. But they'll turn to BZM instead. He has to use the threaten at least with the Requiem, but now the jump's there. And still to be a bit careful.
Silence.
Silence comes through. Can they kill him off, though, before he gets the chance to turn? He's able to get him with the raises. This time, there's nothing to stop the Requiem. The pushback there on the two of them, but the heal's already out in Panto.
Oh,
33
my.
ends up dying to Nightfall up top. Meanwhile, I don't know how that happened, but yeah, Nightfall just killed him solo whilst this was all going on over in the mid.
Well, he right-clicked the living hell out of him.
He must have. Yeah. You don't expect that to happen, right? I mean, just...
No, I guess...
Darkseid just dies to the Abaddon. The phase boots Abaddon.
Yeah, they were battling each other for sure with the wall, but yeah, Nightfall just with the shields, just overcoming.
Well, very nice kill for Nightfall to find, and that's going to burst him pretty close towards that relic. And back in action, BZM will be able to catch Mira going for a little bit of a D-ward. Does get the D-ward, but does lose their life.
Looks like they got the combo off this time around with the Disruption Requiem. So he's got the Yules, which means they have a couple of different setups now, of course. You've got the Disruption, he can set up himself with the Yules.
It's still going to be tricky, though, as we saw in that last situation. There's a lot of stuff that can stop the Requiem from coming out. So finding the opportunity to Yule someone, get in and use the combos, it's going to have to be this pick-off sort of situations. Because anytime there's backup for Aurora, they've got numerous ways to stop him from Requieming.
They've got quite a few, as they did also get themselves a 2k gold lead. But Tundra are stacking up their jungles and triangles a little bit to get some recovery.
This Enigma is going to be pretty farmed.
Oh, yeah.
Very close to having the Midas Toronto Tokyo.
Yeah, I kind of like these builds where early on you get like an item that helps you speed up the game with the drums. You take some towers, and then you fall back. You make sure to keep up your scale.
Yeah, strong early game here so far from Aurora. Tundra not too far behind, but some slip-ups, and as I say, this is going to be a pretty fast Radiance on Nightfall this game with how free of a lane he's starting to have up top.
Well, Crystallis, you're waiting for a wave, but there is none coming. As whole Aurora are doing pretty well with how they're controlling the map, taking over the enemy jungle, continuing to pull this hard camp, just making sure that Crystallis doesn't have any incoming creeps. So they should be happy farming away until they get this Radiance onto Nightfall.
And we're sort of the space that Toronto Tokyo is getting down here. It's probably going to sort of be similar timing from Nightfall having... Well, actually, yeah, Nightfall's going to probably be similar, actually. Nightfall getting the Radiance and Toronto Tokyo having the Blink. So they're going to have a really good go time, Aurora coming up soon. Tundra, they're going to try and make a move now themselves with the smoke. Need to find a core earlier. Support's not going to feel too good. They've got eyes on Mira. They will try and settle for Mira. They'll get him, but they ideally want more. Not quite going to be able to continue to lock down Panto. As the Mud Golem's out, allows Panto to get away from White Mob.
So they do get Mira. Well, it is a kill.
It's a kill, but they did also drop the massive Serpent Ward. Doesn't get a lot done. So, Tundra, they definitely wanted more from this.
Well, BZM, at least, he's doing very well when it comes to the net worth. Of course, he's got the Yules closing in a blink. He is coiled.
Backup's coming in.
He should be fine.
Get him with the jump. He's going to be able to Yules back, look for the Requiem, which he will get off. Pushes back three of them. They're able to kill Kiyotaka off. Nothing to stop BZM's Requiem that time round. A smiley face. Wait, why
is he smiling? Ah, the face.
Oh, let's check the replay. Okay, we'll have... I mean, if it's happened twice...
The only time Kiyotaka dies is when it bugs.
I think it's his keyboard. Somebody get that man a new keyboard.
Pause the game right now.
I've not heard of any phase shift bugs.
Me neither.
I feel like it's the keyboard.
It could be him.
It could be him.
But who am I to judge?
And to be fair, last time when he complained in the all chat, he did win the game. So maybe it's just sort of like it's a lucky sort of thing to do.
The lucky charm.
Yeah.
Oh, Toronto Tokyo.
Oh! Mira! Never mind the cleave. He tried. Good attempt with the save there, Mira.
I respect it.
The Eidolon, though, they're going to be able to finish off Whitemon.
Very cool.
And they might still be able to threaten Crystallis because Nightfall's turned up. He's got the borrowed time. BZM's got the Yules.
This is looking cringe.
Yeah, I mean, Crystallis is just going to turn, but no! That's an easy raise for BZM. Walks up, finishes the job. That's big kills. And meanwhile, up top, 33 will die. Kiyotaka's going to be able to orb out safely.
Phase shift did work this time around. Panther should be fine.
See what I can do here. I got the Hex. Stacking up that poison.
Stacking it up again.
Panther's got the heals going, but BZM in with the burst. Some good kills for BZM. Gets the 2 down bottom, comes up top, picks up another. 5-0-2 now. On the way to the BKB after the Yules into Blink.
Yeah, Tundra doing some good stuff. BZM certainly doing the right things to make sure that his team is doing...
Oh, here's the replay. Let's give it the review. So,
okay.
Just to give you guys context, Kiataka is saying sometimes the phase shift is not phase shifting as long as he wants it to. It was indeed instant there, but obviously it's hard.
I can't tell if he's like just cringing it up.
Yeah, we don't know if...
We need a camera on his
we need
finger.
to watch his hands.
We need to see his finger.
That replays, but we need a close up on the fingers.
We'll get that later, of course. We'll get a slow-mo on the finger.
We'll see if it happens again. I'm going to stay clicked on Kiataka. I'm ready to back him up, see if he has any more problems with the phase shift.
We've got a smoke gate move coming up.
Yeah.
BZM is kind of on top, though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, luckily for Toronto Tokyo, Mira was around, or he would have been a goner.
Could it be like some sort of auto-attack setting that he's got?
I don't think
it shouldn't take you out. No.
Someone just needs to tell him that he needs to not press around all the way on the map.
I think it's the... It could be just the keyboard. Like, maybe the key's like a bit like...
Wiggly?
Yeah, just... Could be.
As we said, we'll get the replay later. We'll do the investigations.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I will say he did have a lot of deaths last game. I highly doubt the phase shift bugged out all of those 7 times.
No, we'll see. Oh. But he did win the game.
He did.
So it worked out last time. Maybe it's like a lucky bug. As I said, up top, Mira.
That's a triple race.
That's another kill for BZM, now unstoppable on the shadow feed.
He is cooking. Well, Nightfall did have that kind of very nice solo kill earlier in the game, but then right around his Radiance time, did receive his first death, and since then, haven't seen him too much. Looking to farm away this Manta style now.
That's another close one. So far, 18 minutes in. And Crystalis up there as well. Level with the farm pretty much of BZM. I mean, these two could start to get some real good kind of momentum. You know, BZM running around the map getting these kills. Crystalis getting a lot of freedom down bottom now. There's not really anyone that's causing him any issues.
Yeah, and he's got the Blink again, sitting on 200 CS, so... I mean, he's kind of ready. If they find someone maybe on an active rune or on a side lane, he's very ready to come for a fight. Tundra are pinging mid. Just some good pressure. Well, 33 is coming around. They might want to look for the entire Tier 1 tower here.
See what they can get here. Crystalis goes straight in with the God Strength onto Nightfall. He's able to force out the borrowed time. They'll finish off the tower. BZM stepping up. He's got the Yule set up ready immediately with the Requiem to push them back. Under the Tier 2, though, they're going to be perfectly fine, Aurora. No chance for Tundra to dive in any further there off the back of that one.
Tundra do take the mid Tier 1, but the Eidolons are pushing in the bottom side, and Kiataka is still happily farming away at the top. They are super pinging this Tier 1, maybe baiting Kiataka to go a little too deep here. Oh!
It's the Yule setup. Let's watch for the phase shift. It worked that time.
It worked.
That was a good phase shift. Dream comes down, jump in, Toronto Tokyo! In with the backup, the Black Hole's there, catches the two of them. They're both dead. TPs are coming in.
Sucks it.
They want to still try and fight this. 33 and Crystalis are going to look to try and fight back against them. They're looking at Mira. Mira will fall, but Kiataka is able to jump in, finish off Saxa. They'll get the double here for Crystalis, but can he get anything more?
Uh-oh, here comes Daddy.
Coming in from the side, closes in on a Crystalis. 33 trying to keep him safe here with the pipe, surges him out of there. Kiataka ready to chase down with the orb and the waning rift. Staying in on top of Crystalis.
Watch the phase shift, Shun.
He's got stun in a second, Crystalis. He's not able to get it off or find a target. They dive in, kill Crystalis off as well. They might even see if they could get more. No, 33 should be fine, but too tanky for them to go for.
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe this is for
well, let's have a look.
Kiyotaka.
What's going on now?
And all of this because when they initiated on Kiyotaka at the tower, they used both the Yules and the Blink Hex from Whitemon at the same time. That was just a free kill.
Yeah, you're right.
But
they did stack them up. Yeah.
Little unfortunate.
Settings.
I mean, it did look a little crazy because they decided to take the fight after 2 people had died without the God Strength. But it didn't go that poorly. Is Kiyotaka top of the net worth?
Oh, let's see what they're fixing. What do you think happened in that fight from Aurora's side that made them go, oh, one of my settings is off? I imagine maybe Toronto Token when it has the black hole. Is there like a setting that affects Enigma gameplay that he noticed?
He cancelled his black hole too early.
I don't think he did he?
I don't know.
He was, yeah.
I'm not sure.
We'll have a look.
Well, we'll see it here.
Let's have a look. What setting do you think did they detect was needed to be changed? But they get the setup. I'd say it's just a bit awkward. And then at this point, I mean, you can see what they wanted to do with the TPs coming in. They do get Crystallis that double kill. Do they end up sort of saying it was worth following from the TPs, or losing the Sven at the end of it all means that maybe they should have just not tried to commit in for the fight?
It's probably better if you didn't go through with this at all, because honestly, like these pucks that get this injected gold, they're very scary.
Yeah.
Especially this Kiyotaka puck, again, if he gets the Lincolns, it's not too easy to deal with him. As we're in the live game, we're seeing the same thing replayed. Vacuum. Little early. Ooh,
he's got backup.
He's fine.
He's fine. And they can maybe farm this Serpent Ward. It's a lot of money. Was it 250 or something? Now to 2 something.
Was that 289?
I think it's 289. Does it scale up with something? It must, right? Was it always 289? I think I've seen it between the 250s and the 290s.
I thought it was scaling up with the minute, perhaps. We'll check the numbers.
Yeah, check the numbers.
Might get to 322 later.
That's a lot of money, either way.
You
get that Serpent Ward, you get a lot of dollar for that.
Well, it is a pain in the ass to kill.
Yeah, it is.
It makes sense.
It is. It does take a lot of hits.
Panto gets himself the little sproinky sproink.
Radiant are scared. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So what do we have coming out? We're getting a Blink Dagger on 33, so they're going to be looking for the Wombo Schwombo between him and Crystallis. BKB coming on Mr. BZM. We've got the Manta on Nightfall. And then we got a couple of BKBs queued up between the puck. Oh, another catch.
Looking pretty dead this time.
And this time he's dead. No alt chat this time around. Perma-stunned.
I did get a press face shift. Next, I said we're watching. I'm ready to back him up. Maybe it is a bug. There might be a face shift bug. I don't know if any other puck players out there, puck players of the world, let us know.
Yeah.
There's some puck players in chat going, I know.
Tweet at us, write us an email.
Yep. Send it to Gaimin.
Yep. Jenkins_420@hotmail.com. We'll read them.
Now they're going to get the Roshan here, Tundra, by the looks of it. Aurora, without Kiyotaka, they're not heading over.
Will be a freebie.
Give it a BZM. Straight up towards the top. Whitemon.
Oh.
He's ready to go. Gets the jump catch onto Mira. Backup's coming in. Mira. Oh, gets the jump off, but it's pretty dead. Another one for BZM.
That was a good try. But yep, Mira did understand that there was a high ground ward, which spotted him walking in all the way through.
I'll see what they can do with this Aegis now, Tundra. Time for them to definitely take back some of this map and maybe get up to the Tier 2s. They're feeling pretty strong here around BZM. Whitemon and him are ready to go, knowing that between the two of them, they get the setup into the Requiem. It's going to cause a lot of issues for most of the heroes in the game right now.
The gate, so which means Kiyotaka has to be a little bit careful.
Oh, let's see if they can grab him. Kiyotaka
seems to be fine. Let's see if he does go through with the BKB, as yes, seems to be the case. So he is very, very survivable as long as he doesn't get hexed first. But even then, Nightfall should be able to bail him out.
Is under attack.
Tundra are smoked up, looking for another move. I mean, I like the map split that Tundra are going for right now. You've got Whitemon and BZM playing together because they're the ones that can kill. Crystallis is just kind of on his own, and then Saksa is helping out 33 to make sure that he's fine on the map.
Oh! Easy haste room for BZM.
Okay.
We'll get the spell straight away, but Whitemon's in with the backup. Kiyotaka jumps in, gets the silence out onto the two of them. BZM has to put the BKB. It's in position with the Requiem. The timing's not going to matter because Kiyotaka gets the BKB off himself. He's fine. He's going to be able to jaunt out of there to the orb. Kiyotaka will escape.
Well, showing why this is a good item purchase, because he was dead without that BKB. And I believe Toronto Tokyo, he's got his BKB completed also, so he is a very scary hero now on the map. Bum, 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 bum.
I mean, how much more do you think they're going to try and look to do with this Aegis? You know, where do they go next, Tundra?
I mean, you're also getting... You're getting Crystallis on Crystallis, so he's also ready to go. 2 minutes Aegis. I think they could look at a tier 2. Or, again, smoke up once more around the map. Oh, Kiyotaka. BKB is not available, but he should be fine. He's even poking Coil.
Falls in. Crystallis is going to put the BKB, turn straight towards him. A couple of hits and the borrowed time's out.
That's the ulti popped.
I've got the disruption set up on a Kiyotaka. See if he's able to get out off the back of the phase shift. He will. Gets the blink away. They'll escape this attempt for now. See how much Tundra want to push on forward. Might still get a further catch. Panto sliding back. BZM. It's in with the raises, but Mirror's in with the save.
I mean, Saxa's getting owned by the Ench illusion, which he took over from the Darkseer wall. As Aurora are going for the counter smoke. They're looking to bait Nightfall on the mid lane. Since he has no old Tundra, they're definitely biting
They
on this
might
one.
be tempted for this. Saxa, he's stepping up. He's very low. He's immediately dead. Now coming in from the side. The Malefice is there. Oh!
Why did he pause?
Oh, I don't know.
He's literally about to black hole them.
Setting.
Oh, he tried to black hole or stun.
What settings are the problem, do you think?
I don't know. I guess he's trying to stun him, and he's like started yelling that he couldn't stun him because he's very close.
Can't use buttons.
So it's not
What's going on?
It's not just a Kiyotaka problem.
They've all got to change their keyboards. What's going on?
Who's the sponsor? We gotta look at the keyboard sponsor.
Look at the keyboard. Yeah, what's going on?
Well, okay.
So they're all saying they're having some issues with the buttons.
Yeah, let's look into the future here. We've got a BKB stun black hole on Enigma.
Yeah, what's going on? Is he just going to black hole this?
Sven,
You just BKB black hole this, don't you? Or not?
yeah, you're stunning into BKB black holing the Sven,
Okay.
and he died.
That's the stun. And he's going to do it without the BKB.
Yeah, makes sense. He's
Which
gone.
is fair. There's nothing to put a stop to that black hole.
I like these moves from Aurora. This is the second time they move someone like very aggressively into Tundra's side of the map, knowing that they will bite. Like, there's no ABBA ult. You want to instantly go on Nightfall and punish him.
BZM, careful there, BZM.
Very.
Still feels safe because he has this Aegis. So, yeah, Aurora. They'll get the push going. Take this tier 2 mid. Oh, Dream Coil onto the side.
That's
Kiyotaka.
Yep. He's fine.
Now, obviously, Tundra, they will have this timing whilst the black hole's on cooldown.
They need to look for a move together also where you need to kill the subs or go on the Enigma. You cannot allow Toronto Tokyo to just sit back and choose his black hole. You need to create a chaotic fight. I mean, I'm guessing BZM can look to maybe blow up the Marcy. It's not too easy for him to kill any of the cores, because there's 2 BKBs and, of course, the Abaddon ultimate.
Dire are scanning.
They're ready to start looking for a set up top, but he's under this ward. So Aurora got good information on what's coming out here from Tundra. And Tundra. Gonna make their way down through the twin gate. Looking at Nightfall. he is a tough one to kill, and the tier 1's still up, so backup can come in for him, even if they grab him.
They need to grab him. Oh,
That's not going to happen.
he's got the blink. I mean, they're not getting too much done during this downtime of the Black Hole, and this is also an amplified damage rune onto Kiyotaka.
Aurora just doing a really good job of avoiding these plays from Tundra. It's going to come down to sort of the team fight to be the area in which that Tundra's going to have to settle with trying to get a victory, but as you say, each time Aurora's only going to be fighting with that black hole. It's going to be back up in 15 seconds.
And I guess they're waiting for the full Daedalus onto Crystallis, which is coming out soon. But yeah, Tundra rely on a very well executed team fight. I would say it's a lot easier for Aurora to play their half of the fight, because you need to deal with the Enigma, but the fight also can't be too long, because then Sven is gonna suffer very hard.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Good scan from Tundra. Uh-oh, they're sweeping over to Crystallis.
Now there's
They
a dream
see him.
coil and
He's
into
dead.
the black hole. More than happy to drop that for the carry. Crystallis out for 70. Yeah, just sort of the slowed down pace. It's
Dire's bottom
obviously benefiting Aurora with these black hole long cooldowns. It doesn't matter. Tundra just, as we saw, weren't able to do anything through the downtime of the black hole last time. Now, this time around, a minute of it's going to be without their sphere.
Oh no, BZM in trouble.
He's going to have to BKB Requiem. The pushback onto the two of them. Will be able to get Panto.
Good Yules.
And should be able to run from Nightfall. The wall's going to get dropped down. Nightfall's actually able to get the blink off still to close on to 33. And Kiyotaka is staying in on top of BZM. BZM's in trouble as Toronto Tokyo cuts off his escape. Aurora, they are kind of starting to make this one look a bit easy. Tundra struggling to get much done at all.
Yeah, Tundra will, they have to find a way to get themselves into this fight. Maybe with a smoke, attack the backside. Because yeah, this Enigma, if you just slow the game down like this every, what, 2.5 minutes, Crystals, you're just getting black-holed.
They got to do something fast, and we can see it here with their urgency of the smoke coming in before they even have BZM. That they have to try and find a chance of catching Aurora by surprise whilst the black hole's on cooldown, and this is going to be their effort in doing so. See what they can catch.
Bad and ulti will be up in time. It is back up now.
is under attack.
Oh, Ravage.
Neutral's helping out a little bit, but not enough to allow Tundra to close in. So Toronto Tokyo is out of there. Same to be said for Nightfall. So once again, these smokes from Tundra not quite hitting. They get a Tormentor, but not quite as big as an objective as they'd hoped for. They need to find some of these cores and try and just put a dent into Aurora.
And Roshan will be the next objective on the board.
Bottom tower is
Should be
under
up relatively soon. I mean, the Shivas on 33 could help as well, of course. If he gets to blink in with the Shiva, maybe he reveals everybody. He helps Crystallis to find a good jump, maybe even with a Vacuum Stormhammer. I mean, it is one of the biggest counters to the black hole. Would be the Aegis if they can get their hands on it.
is under attack.
Oh, this Enigma, he be getting real big. Octarine Core, queuing up the refresher.
Toronto Tokyo having a very nice time here, showing the strengths of getting that Enigma in as the last pick for this draft. Definitely causing a lot of issues for the way that Tundra want to try and approach Aurora. And as you say, you know, without Octarine online, it's Tundra couldn't really find the windows before between the black holes. Now those windows are going to be even tighter to try and make moves against this Enigma.
It's all gonna be up to the team fights for Tundra. What can they find? Can they make the fight chaotic? Can they somehow save the guy with a disruption from the black hole? They will be too late for this one. A bad and passive, the AC as well. Panto, very nice positioning for now.
See if they can still find a team fight out of this. As you say, Aegis picked up by Kiyotaka. They get the jump. Nightfall's in straight away on a BZM. Not off to a great start already. already, this fight for Tundra. The Dream Coils caught Saxa. Crystals will pop the God Strength, try to run in. They get the Hex on a key attacker. They'll kill him off the once, but of course he's got the Aegis. He's going to be back for round 2. Tundra, can they get anything more from this? They're looking towards Mirror. Nightfall's in with the shield to help out. Crystallis will still be able to kill Mirror off. Turns his attention over towards Nightfall, but Nightfall has the borrowed time at the ready. The BKB's about to wear off for Crystallis. The Malefice catches him. Nightfall moves in. A defensive disruption's there from Saxa, but they can't get Crystallis out of this. Crystallis will slowly but surely fall. Another shield coming into play, keeping Nightfall safe. Does die at the very end, but it's 4 dead on Tundra. As Saxa, the last one left alive, gets dealt with slowly but surely by Key Attacker and Toronto Tokyo. It's a team wipe from Aurora.
Wow. I mean, even everyone is just getting so strong in their draft. It's not just the Enigma, it's not just the Abad and Kiyotaka too on this puck.
Oh, he's got 2 Midas charges. Come on.
Use it.
Come on.
Maybe the keyboard is bugged.
Use it. Somebody check his Midas. The Midas.
Check the hotkey.
Come on. Oh, this is painful.
This is even.
Come on!
This is worse than the arcade rune yesterday.
Oh, for all the great plays he's had this game, Toronto Tokyo, this is dragging him back down
this
here.
Is a downfall.
Oh, and he has an Octarine as well. You know, think of how low the efficiency.
He doesn't need it. No, this is just to show
Sure, this
Tundra,
is just
I don't
absolute
need the
BM
Midas.
to just be like, I'm not even going to use it.
Absolutely.
There we go. Whew. But that was a fair bit of downtime.
Well, that's a 12k lead, and Black Hole's up again in 20 seconds. By the time you spawn, he's got everything ready.
Yeah, and it'll be close to refresher. So, the Enigma, a massive problem for Tundra, as we've been saying.
Aurora just playing it like very nice, you know, cool, calm, collected. Panto with good positioning, places the orbs, has the Glimmer ready, breaks the smoke. Nightfall blinks in, immediately kind of stops everything BZM wants to do. Another Amplify rune here for Kyo Daddy.
Tundra, what's the plan? They just haven't been able to sort of get a fight off the ground the last few times they've tried to. They came kind of close in that last one. Crystallus was able to kind of get in, but it was always going to be tough when it was into a puck that just picked up an Aegis. Now there's no Aegis, but it's just constantly this black hole. It's always going to be there.
I mean, likely the best thing they can do is either in a like more slowed down pace as now, you could look for a side lane pickoff, or B, you try to get to this Hex on BZM, because it will allow you to break the Lincolns on Kiyotaka, then Hex him and still kill him with the Requiem. But ultimately, DOTA will always come down to a team fight. Tundra have not had the fight that they want. They haven't found the angle to go around to maybe start on Toronto Tokyo, get a good Requiem out. Yep. Lots of outworld staffs to make sure to be able to save themselves, take themselves out of the game.
Oh,
I hear it's the ult onto Nightfall.
not going to be able to do anything with that. The smoke now coming out from Aurora. Kid Attacker's in. Ready to try and get some info. The courier's been taken out. Chris has got the courier. Toronto Tokyo's moving in with the BKB. Defensive disruption will buy some safety here for BZM, but he still gets caught after. He goes for the BKB for the refresher. Second black hole coming in to make sure there's no chance for BZM to survive and fight back. They have to scramble for the TPs out here, Tundra. As the chase continues, the jumps there from Mira, bringing Kid Attack in onto the 33. The buyback will come out from BZM.
Oh,
back there onto the 3 of them. Chris is in with the God Strength. He's looking towards Toronto Tokyo. Will find the kill. We'll see the TP out here being attempted by Nightfall. He's actually going to stick around. Gets back in aggressively. Wants to fight on here with Kid Attack and Panto. Another buyback coming out now for Tundra from Saxa. Crystallis finishes off the job as Nightfall. Surely he can load the shield there. He'll get the kill. He did. He got the 2 of them on the last hit, but he is dead. It's a 1v1 now. Saxa versus Panto. He doesn't want any of it. TP's out. So he's not going to take that 1v1. So they managed to fight back. They do have to use 2 buybacks for that, though, and it was a dieback on BZM. So as you can see on the gold change, it's pretty much dead even. They'll benefit from... Oh, so that's the XP change. Sorry, that's pretty much even. No, that is the goal. I always reading these numbers is hard. Reading, difficult. But yeah, the goal change is pretty much similar. The XP change still a little bit more on Aurora, just down to the fact they sort of killed BZM twice.
It was quite costly.
Yes,
I mean, Tundra, they do get to hold, but it was costly.
It was costly.
Crystallis does get level 25, so here we see all of it. I mean, does Toronto have beef with BZM or what? He just straight up double black-holed him. I don't know if the second one was necessary, but at least the fight started out very well for Aurora. Here's the second one.
Yeah, just to ensure. I mean, I think, you know, wanted to try and do it so you caught him before the Requiem, but the Requiem actually still goes off. Still, yeah, just all in all, an expensive fight for Tundra, considering the 2 buybacks. As we saw, you know, Crystallis, he did a lot of damage.
Oh, he got a lot.
You're seeing why they like the Sven, because when it hits, it hits. Crystallis, if he can find the opportunities in the fights, there's still a glimmer of hope for Tundra to have these scenarios where the Sven does get the chance to clean up. But towards the end here, it took a little too long. He just couldn't get those last hits in. The shield and Surge gets the kill at the end, but it's all too long as the damage has been done by Panto Return.
That was a really nice reposition by Crystallis. He did also get lucky. He rolled a crit to make sure that Kiyotaka does die in the backline. But he does have the 25 talent now on Sven, so even more damage. Honestly, they could try to just go for a chance play on Nightfall where maybe you crit, you overkill him, the ult doesn't come out from the Abaddon.
I mean, and
it could happen.
And that was the thing as well, right? Just before that fight, Kiyotaka getting that courier, had the Reaver on. I believe he had the other components of the Satanic. So he basically stopped Crystallis having the Satanic for that team fight. And he has the Satanic there, then maybe he lives.
Absolutely, that's big.
So big snipe from Kiyotaka before that.
So 14k lead, but yeah, it is. You're still dealing with a refresher Enigma.
Yeah.
Who's closing in on an Aghanim Scepter as well.
Oh boy.
So it's not like this game is getting any easier. A Basher also on Mira, so they have more and more tools. The Coil also pierces BKB. You do have problems on Tundra here.
Yeah. Bringing in the top wave, ready to look to that next tier 2 tower. Here, Aurora. As the Satanic now put together on Crystallis. We'll see if it gives him that extra bit of a chance to take these fights that he has come, you know, increasingly closer to surviving through.
Well, Tundra, just like the last 20 minutes, they rely on they need a good start to the fight. I don't know if the Satanic will do much if you get Black Hole. Okay, maybe you survive the first one, you get disrupted, you pop the Satanic, but then what stops my bro Toronto from just holding you the second time? So they kind of have to put a stop to this combo.
Aurora. They can sit back, clean up some of the ejectors if they want. They can head for the Roshan. It's going to be up pretty shortly. Just about under a minute or so on the bottom. If they want to hold back and grab that before the next high ground siege.
Yep, they've got the gem as well. Amira, they can just keep cleaning up the map. Wait for the Roche, like you said. Overwhelming Blink also on Nightfall will come out later. That's quite annoying. You've got a lot of Blink daggers on Tundra. He can just get in there, cancel everyone's Blink, then stay in there with the Radiance. Oh, looks like Tundra gearing up for Wind Waker late game, as 33 already did pick up the first Yules. Oh well, I guess the second with BZM.
See what they can get with the smoke.
They're hoping to have Aurora run into them.
This is not a bad spot for Tundra to be in.
No, I like this one. Let's see.
Eyes on Nightfall.
Not the best target.
Whitemon's going to try and see what they can get out of it. They're going to go fully in on this Toronto. Moves in though. He's ready with the black hole. Catches the 2 of them. He catches Crystallis and BZM. As Crystallis in trouble, caught by the bash. He's going to try and heal up here off Nightfall, and they'll kill him. Crystallis surviving. Now he turns over towards Panto, trying to cut through this Enchantress very slowly. One more hit on the swing. They're forced to the high ground. Panto's on the escape, but Crystallis will chase him down. BZM kills him off. Tundra, they'll absolutely take that. They win the fight.
What did I miss? I looked to the other side of the fight. What happened with the... There was only one black hole,
I
right?
only saw one black hole, right? But there was apparently 2. What did happen to the second one? Because if the second one comes in then, I think it's a job well done, but something must have happened to the second.
Well, I got brain damage halfway through the team fight, so...
I think we're hearing
he
from
refreshed
production that he refreshed before the black hole.
Well, so I guess because Tundra were there attacking early, kind of forcing Aurora like into this fight.
Yes.
All right.
Well, in the sense that he needed a refresher because it was still cooldown. So yeah, did only have the 1 to play with there. We'll be able to catch it on the replay.
Let's have a look. So they do get on Nightfall.
So the moment he's got black hole up, but did he have to use refresher to get that situation? No, he had it there.
Oh. Did he refresh his beekeeper? No, he didn't.
No, the BKB was also available. I think it was just the wrong order.
Seems like a settings issue over here.
I don't know. His BKB was available. Yeah, I think it was just a mistake there from Toronto Tokyo, unfortunately.
Just a little bit of a... Because, a second
black hole would have done the job.
Crystallis, he will live through one black hole, I believe, nearly always. He's got the Satanic when he comes out. There is a disruption save. But this just goes to show when you force a play onto the enemy of... I mean, you're playing against humans. Mistakes are bound to happen. Yeah. So Tundra...
And they're ready to go again here.
Yeah, Nightfall's still dead. There's no black hole available right now.
20 seconds.
Brothers, get the hell out. You need like 10 seconds. Daddy.
He's in.
Okay.
I mean, if you can buy some time, black hole's going to be up pretty shortly. They've got them set up on a Crystal. Crystal's just
black hole.
Well, that went horribly wrong for Tundra.
Oh, nice blink out.
Kirtaka might still get him. Oh, he's got him. So now they can move into Rocha. So that was that earlier fight just now. Great for Tundra, but then bam, just like that, they lose Sack, so they lose Crystallis, and then they just, with that, lose any hope of contesting Aurora from getting this Rocha.
Yeah, Mira just goes in with the ult, gets the bash. Nicely, nice coil, dispose, breaks the coil, boom, dead.
There we go, they're ready to go. Big time now, Tundra.
So that's an Aegis, a refresher. Let's pick up the banner, guys. Come on, we can
Aurora.
do it.
Yeah, Tundra, they've got to put everything into this next fight.
Nice, there we go.
There we go, they picked it up. This next fight could be the last one for Tundra, if it doesn't go well, because Aurora's ready to close it up.
It very well could be.
Tundra have to go all in on the next play. Aurora closing in on all the lanes. Well, top lane's still pushed out, but mid and bottom are ready to be dealt with. Of course, tier 2's already gone, so they can just go straight onto the tier 3 anyway here. Toronto goes in. He's ready with the first black hole.
Oh, the axe.
He's going to be able to catch, but there's some time here. Here's the second one. Continuing to lock down BZM, make sure they kill off the SF, and BZM does not have buyback. He's 2,000 gold short of it. Crystallis moves in, look for Toronto Tokyo. They'll kill the Enigma off, but Nightfall's got the borrowed time. Satanic there, but the bashes are coming in onto Crystallis. He can't get the hits to heal up. He's dead. No buyback on him. As Aurora should be able to close up the victory, close up the series here. As they're on to the top set, they're ready to go for the game end. And GG is called. As this game, this series, it's all Aurora. They take it 2-0 to move on here against Tundra.
Yeah, Aurora looking very strong. I like their last pick, Enigma, a lot. Toronto, Tokyo, very good performance. Honestly, all of them, just the way they played, very cool.